So let me share an incident with you. A long time ago, there was a small kid, about 12 years old. His father was a truck driver. And this small kid always insisted that, Father, I want to go along with you, at least on one road trip. Now, father finally decided, okay, son, no problem. Come with me on a road trip. And when he left his small town, he was really, really excited. He saw new sceneries, he saw new things, and he was really excited. But as the day progressed, his excitement went down. Because some of you know, when you are in a truck, when there's no air conditioner, you feel really, really hot. And as the day progressed, the evening came and he became really, really hungry. The father, he could not find any restaurant because they were going from one town to another. They were on highway. And it was about 12 o'clock at midnight that finally they found the restaurant. They had the food and they tried to sleep at night. But unfortunately, he could not sleep either because there were all mosquitoes there. Somehow he managed to finish the trip. They came back home and father asked his son, so son, how was your journey? Did you enjoy it? To which he replied, well, it is okay. The father looked right in his eyes and he said, son, listen to this very carefully. I want you to work hard so that you don't have to do that I am doing today. And that little kid is me. And that was my father long time ago. Thank you. Thank you. See, I was born in a very humble family. This is me and my brother in our small home back in Adipur, Gujarat. Just to describe you my story, our house had a cement sheet as the roof. And some of you may have experienced this. The cement sheet house gets really, really hot in summer afternoon. Those were the days we grew up in. And the house was surrounded by the neighborhood, which was full of drunkard people, the gamblers. You can hear the noise always from that window back door. But the beautiful part is my mother made sure that we don't get exposed to any of the environment around us. And we were the only two. We went for a good English medium education. Out of all the relatives, we were the only two who went to that English medium school. So as the day progressed, I remembered my father's word that I need to work hard. So I did. I found a job. I worked as a courier delivery boy while I was studying in college. And finally, somehow, because of my broken, brilliant English, I managed to grab the first opportunity, which was working in a BPO industry. That was the Reliance call center, where my opening line was, "Hu Dev tamari kev itna sahayata kari sakun." In Hindi, "Main Dev aapki kis tarah prakar sahayata kar sakta hu." I stayed along with 10 more people in one bedroom hall kitchen. Those are the brilliant days. I failed in a lot of interviews. I always wanted to get into an international BPO, which I got into after a lot of hard work. I still struggled there because my English used to sound like English. My snacks was pronounced as snakes. We all know this. But somehow I survived because I knew I have to work hard. I need to pay all the debt which my father had borrowed. They had sold all the jewelries, my mother's jewelry. They sold the land, they borrowed the money. So I used to save money for 3 months and I used to send that money back home. That's how our journey began. Fast forward 13 years, I was working in a great company. My salary went from 6,500 per month to making 3,50,000 per month. Thank you. A boy coming from a small town, getting that much money was just like a dream come true. I started traveling abroad, went to US, Europe, Canada, Australia, and I was really on top of the world. I got married, I had a small child, and I thought that is it. I have finally arrived. Finally, I made it. I made my father proud. But guess what? I was wrong. I was suffering through one of the rare disease which is found mostly in the middle class family people. That disease is so bad that no doctor can actually detect it. On the outer appearance, you will look like a normal person. But this disease was something to do with the mindset. And that disease is called the mediocre mindset. What is the mediocre mindset? The person having the mediocre mindset has settled in life and has got everything which is average. Average house, average health, average salary, with average dreams. The dreams would sound like, oh, I just need to buy the house and a car and that's about it. And I realized that I'm not doing justice to my life. I was using only 5% of my potential. And I can challenge it that most of people sitting here are also operating at 5 or maximum 10% of potential. So my life started to change and I started realizing I have a great power. I realized that despite of working in a corporate job for 15, 16 years, I was no different than my father. My father was a truck driver. He was working as a truck driver. That's all he did. And I also the same person going 9 to 5, exchanging my time for money. Now I realized there are better ways to live that life. I realized I was not the only person living with the mediocre mindset and just settling in 9 to 5 job. This is not just my problem. This is the nation's problem. And there are reasons why this is happening to all of us. The average, the mediocre, is an epidemic because there is no detection of mediocre mindset. So I realized that this was happening because of major 2 reasons. There are almost about 260 million people, as predicted by one of the body. They are living in a middle-class families in India. Can you imagine how many people are actually suffering from that mediocre mindset? You will be amazed. And then I started to research. As my life started to change, I started to research, why is this happening? Why is it happening that most of the people are remaining average with the average job? There are basically 2 reasons. Number 1 is the environment. See, I was born in an environment where nobody had big dreams. Nobody thought that I will grow up and become Dhirubhai Ambani. Everybody had average dreams, that if I get a job, that's about it. The environment plays an important role. Why did I do an MBA? Why did I not do an MBA? Because I realized that I need to feed my family. Why a lot of people are doing engineering? If you ask them, the answer will be, well, I think that's what it's supposed to do. That's what everybody else is doing. They're not doing MBA or engineering just because they're passionate about it. So that's number 1 reason. The number 2 reason why most of the people remain average is our education system. Now, education system can give you your bread and butter. It can give you a job. But on the other hand, it is not driving things which are really important to life. Education is good. But what beyond education? There are very few universities that actually talk about what is your mission in life? What is your passion in life? How many people do you want to impact? So thanks to our education system, we learn, we earn, but we live in 9 to 5 and we stop learning and developing ourselves after we get into the job. We don't read even one self-help book after we finish our education. Now, there are approximately 1.5 million engineers. They pass out every year in India, 1.5 million. Can you imagine how many of them, they got into engineering because they were passionate about it? And how many of them, they are actually working in their dream jobs or building their business because they're passionate about it? Now, as I realize that you are where you are because of your current knowledge, and you are not where you should be is also because of your current knowledge. So I started working on that dream. Now, just for a moment, just look at this picture and just imagine that you are actually there. Just visualize that you're sitting there, just side of the great harbor. You can feel the fresh air. You can see people jogging, you can see the people cycling, and you can take a walk to the beautiful gardens. Now, what if I tell you this is not a vacation? This is just an ordinary day. And you can live that day every single day. Welcome to my life, which I call 6 Sundays a week. I have been living this life. This was me back in Vancouver, Canada, early this month, enjoying my time, and the business goes on as usual because I stopped trading my time for money. It is no different than me being in Canada or me being with my lovely mother, traveling to the distant villages, and these are all my relatives. These are all my relatives. This is what I realized. Why settle for one when you can have 6 Sundays a week? Now, this is a great platform to share ideas, and this is my today's idea. I started my journey about 20 to 30 months ago, coaching, training, sharing my knowledge on social media, and I also wrote a book just documenting my journey of how I transformed my thought process, going from a mediocre mindset to a millionaire mindset. And this book became Amazon's #1 bestseller. The beauty of this book is, this was also reviewed by international multi-millionaire, the person called Dan Lok. I'm the only author, Indian author, who has got an international review from Dan Lok, and this book has given a new hope to people who are just like me, living in a middle class with average dreams. This book has started transforming many lives. It is also reviewed by some great personalities like Lily Ma and Bhupender Singh Rathod. Fast forward today, I'm collaborating with international personalities like Ron Malhotra, helping people to build their business around their passion. Now, let me share one secret. By now you're wondering, but Dave, it is good. It is really good that 6 Sundays sounds a great idea. But you're wondering, what is the secret? Do you want me to tell you the secret? The one secret which actually changed my life was this. We only grow when we help others to grow. My life changed because I changed my thought process, my mind. But it did not change drastically till I started impacting others and giving back to others. So my only aim became to help others grow. Now here's what I want you to do. By the end of the day today, I just want you to do an introspection. Ask yourself those tough questions that you never asked. What are those questions? Number 1, what is my mission in life? Do you want to check how many people are suffering from the mediocre mindset? Just ask these questions. What is my mission in life? If the answer is, I don't know, guess what? Welcome, you are 1 in a million. Just like me, who I was. Ask yourself, what is my passion? If money was no longer a problem, what would I do today, every single day? And ask yourself a question, what if I can have more than 1 Sunday in a week? Because who made these Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, right? We humans did. So who can change that? Only we humans can. So ask these tough questions and you will start getting more and more clarity. I also interviewed some multi-millionaires. I asked these specific questions to people like Patrick Bet-David. He has millions of followers in US. I also asked the same questions, how to build a business around passion, how to build a business while working 9 to 5. And I got all different answers from great personalities. Today, I built a community of passionpreneurs and I'm mentoring them to help them to move out of 9 to 5 and build a business around passion as India's first passionpreneur mentor. And I know that together, we can make a difference to our nation. My mission is to transform 10 million lives. You can join me, you can contribute, and bring this global movement to India and all the other countries where you help people to come out of the 9 to 5 and build a business around passion. How can you do this? How can you do this? Where to start? The easy start is start where I started. You may not know, I started reading book, self-help book at the age of 33. Now, in case if you're wondering how old I am, I'm 36. I did not read a single self-help book till age of 33. And guess what? There's a huge knowledge repositories available at our fingertips. Look, my father did not have this. He was not educated, so he had no choice. But we do. We do have a choice. Learn at least one book per week. Read one book per week, and you will learn all the secrets from the successful millionaires and billionaires right at your fingertips. Now, at the end, here's what I did. It does not happen overnight. It will not happen overnight to you as well. You need to work 7 Mondays a week in order to build 6 Sundays a week life. I did for more than 20 months. 20 months of hard work got me lifetime of freedom. At the end, I'll close this with one of the message I got from my mother. She is not educated, 58 years old. She learned driving at this age. She learned Facebook. She sent me a WhatsApp message the other day after she saw my pictures. Thank you. She said, son, I was always worried. I was worried what you will do, because me and your father, we used to discuss that this kid is not into studies. He always plays cricket. I don't know what you'll do when you grow up. But today when I see you inspiring thousands and lakhs of people, the day will come in the queue to just get your autograph, and you will be on the national television. I am so proud of you. And today I'm here to share this idea that don't restrict yourself to things which everybody else is doing. Think out of the box. Think unconventional. Because how long can you go on living 9 to 5 life? Can you work for 9 to 5 life for whole life? I don't think so. That's not why we're here. We're here to live and enjoy our time and make a difference to others. So, grow beyond your limiting belief, grow beyond your challenges, and grow beyond 9 to 5 to live 6 Sundays a week, because you deserve it and you have the potential more than that you know. Thank you so much. Thank you.